Every once in a while on social media, you come across a gem. I saw somebody call the Yankees rotation Murderer's Throw, and that was the best nickname I've seen in a while. Just wanted to check in with the weekly look at the rotation stats. Garrett Cole, 5-1. Cortez, 5-1. Tyone, 6-1. He's going tonight. Severino, 4-1. And Montgomery, 1-1. You see a lot of good ERAs there. 4 out of the 5 starters have an ERA under 3, and Montgomery barely over. So the rotation has been no doubt carrying the Yankees so far. They are 39-15. That is the best record in Major League Baseball. We are a couple of months into the season, and Aaron Judge is outpacing Roger Maris from his historic 1961 campaign. 61 home runs in 61. Roger Maris wore number 9. Aaron Judge wears number 99, and this could be the year, the 61st anniversary of the home run record being broken, and Aaron Judge is outpacing Roger Maris by 3. Now, Roger Maris had a very hot summer. We'll see if Aaron Judge can keep pace, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Aaron Judge. He is a man on a mission this year. Picks a click in the Minnesota series. I think that Giancarlo Stanton is going to get going. He's been back for a few days. We haven't seen the power stroke from him yet, but I think it's coming. And Josh Donaldson going back to his former stadium. He's a guy I think that will kind of rise to the occasion, and I think Josh Donaldson's going to have a big series. And on the mound for tonight's series opener against the Twins, Jameson Taillon. He's coming off of back-to-back outings in which he's thrown at least 8 innings and given up 2 hits. He allowed just 1 run in his last outing against the Angels, and he's gone at least 7 innings in his last 3 outings. His ERA on the season sits at 2.30. He's got a 2.0 wins above replacement. He currently leads the American League with 6 wins and with just 0.8 walks per 9 innings. As you can see, he's got elite command. I think Jameson Taillon sometimes gets forgotten by Yankees fans and by baseball fans in general, but this guy was the number 2 overall draft pick for a reason. He stays around the zone, throws a mid-90s fastball, has a great breaking ball, and he's just so poised out there. I love watching Jameson pitch. All right, let's talk about the Minnesota Twins. They are actually in first place right now. They are 32-24. They've scored 244 runs. Players to watch: Luis Arraez. He's hitting .358 with a very impressive .854 OPS for somebody who has just 1 home run. Draws a lot of walks. Byron Buxton's average has slipped in recent weeks, but he's still got 12 home runs and 23 RBIs. He can be a real problem. And Gary Sanchez, he's been DHing, he's been catching, he's been playing some first base. They're impressed by how hard he works, but again, still not a huge offensive threat. Hitting .229 this year, does have a little bit of power, 7 home runs. And if you're wondering about Gio Urshela, he's hitting .268 with 5 home runs and 23 RBIs. He's got a .722 OPS and playing solid defense. All right, we have not had a Nostraderic prediction in a few days. The last one was that the Yankees would win their 4th consecutive game. That prophecy was fulfilled. Tonight, the Yankees will be going for their 7th consecutive victory, and Jameson Taillon will be going for his 7th win of the season on the mound. And my prediction is he will get it. He's just been lights out the last couple of times out. I don't see any reason to slow down right now. Jameson Taillon gets win number 7.
Hey, this is John from the Bronx. So I hear you guys always talking about getting an outfielder and who we could possibly get, and the same names always come up, like Benintendi and Happ, but I never hear anybody talk about Raul Laureano out in Oakland. I mean, the guy is an amazing defender. He's got an arm, a cannon for an arm, and he's proven that he can hit. I mean, Oakland has kind of got that opposite of Colorado effect, where you can't really take their hitting in Oakland seriously because it's just a horrible ballpark to hit in. So, I mean, maybe we should talk about that more. Like Raul Laureano would be a great fit
That guy that called in saying that we should trade for Harper, I completely agree. The only thing is, would the Phillies get rid of him? He makes the team so much money in jersey sales, and he fills the seats up over there. But think about this. If we give the Phillies Dominguez, Medina, another lower-level prospect in Hicks, and we take on all of Harper's contracts, would they do it?
I've had a couple of calls about Bryce Harper, and really he's the face of their franchise now in Philadelphia. He signed for a long time. I don't see any reason for them to trade him just because they're having a down year. He's got a long contract, so I think it's more likely they try and build around him. As you mentioned, he makes a lot of money for the team in jersey sales. He does a lot for the city. Bryce Harper's not going anywhere. Plus, he's got a partially torn UCL, so the Yankees would probably have to DH him a lot, and they've already got Giancarlo Stanton in the DH spot.
Hey, Derek. This is Javi. Huge fan for like the past year. I'm just curious. I've been hearing a lot about the Andrew Benintendi trade, not just from you, but from other people. But I keep hearing the same theme of, it won't cost much. But he's hitting, above 300. So what do you think it would cost for the Yankees to trade him? Thank you.
When a player is in the final year of their contract before free agency, unless they're an ace pitcher or a big-time power hitter that completely changes your team, it's unlikely that you're going to have to give up really a top 5 prospect. You might have to give up a top 10 prospect, but it's unlikely. I think the Yankees would probably get by with trading, a couple of prospects in the 10 to 15 range, and then maybe somebody a lower ticket item. And maybe you give them back some cash considerations or some bonus pool money, something like that, just to sweeten it up. But I really don't think that the Yankees will have to give up anything too major unless somebody else is pushing hard to trade for him. But right now he fits well with the Yankees, and a lot of times with a veteran like that, the team will actually go to the player and say, hey, where do you want to play this year? Out of respect, and then try and make a deal with wherever they want to go. I think if I'm Benintendi, I would want to come to New York because he would be successful here. This is exactly the type of player that the Yankees need. I don't think it's going to cost too much. I really don't.
I don't understand why Andujar requested a trade. He's our next up outfielder. All it takes is one injury for him to come up and be playing in the World Series. So he should have just kept his head down, stay in the minor leagues, and wait for someone to get injured. And if his number doesn't get called for the rest of the year, whatever, he's a free agent. And he could get signed with another team. Why does he got to get traded?
Just wanted to correct you on one minor point. He's not a free agent until 2025. So he's under control with the Yankees, and I don't blame him. He's a major league player who's getting bounced around and spending a lot of time in the minor leagues during what should be his prime. He's 27 years old, just turned 27 in March. So I don't blame him. You asked for it, and you've got it. Voicemails have come to NYY Recaps. Make your voice heard. Better call in. The number is 718-899-1068. That's 718 Yogi, Judge, Scooter, Dellin. Better call in.